Hello everybody, my name is Nemo and this is some more Rogues Gallery. Now before we get into a match I wanted to show you a little change I'm making. There, done. I had one game where I believe I got mana flooded that game too, but basically I found that Helm of the Gas Lord. I had the perfect opportunity with an Ink Venom Infiltrator, and even then I still got 2 for 1, and I just felt like, you know, if that's gonna be the case, then I'd rather have an extra Moroi in there. And the Morois, I don't like them, but I feel like it's pretty much necessary. They're necessary for the deck to do well. Sometimes you just need a big, dumb guy. So, anyways, that's a slight change I made, and I figured since the deck build was... it hasn't taken that long since the deck build, I might as well show you guys, since... You know, I make a lot of changes to my decks. Like, many of my decks aren't the same since the deck builds I've done on them. One very recent change has been Ancient Wilds, which I totally retooled to focus more on land destruction. Mostly because of the prominence of the 5-color deck, but also I found since that the deck actually does better like that. So, anyways, I make a lot of changes, basically the thing. But since the deck build wasn't that long ago, I figured I'd show you this one. So, alright, let's get into a game. Alright, we are in a game. Let's draw a different hand. Oh, come on, please, 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 don't do this to me, game. Please. Alright, I'll keep this. So, the only reason I'm sacking that land and getting a swamp right now is because I do have 2 drops. Otherwise I would probably wait to see what I draw, because I need to draw land anyway. But yeah, anyways, it also puts 1 card in my graveyard, which makes it easier for him to become big. So anyways, I don't make these changes all willy-nilly or anything. The whole thing about the extra Moroi and the other thing, I even mentioned this in the deck build, I believe, where I was like, I might just change this. So it was something I was already thinking about, but just had to see some results with the cards and before I could really decide. The Moroi have been a little bit better than I thought they'd be, but not that much really. So him playing Howling Mine I'm really happy about, because I was stuck for lands and Howling Mine can help me. So do I play the Terramorphic Expanse and the Guild Mage here, or do I just keep the Soul Manipulation ready in case? Well, his most dangerous stuff starts at 4 mana, I guess. Although this does make it easier for him, for his Phantasm to become a 5/5, and usually when I'm drawing so much land, I don't find myself using the Terramorphic Expanses and such against mill that much. Yeah, right, so now he's at 9, and now he's going to be a 5/5, so I'll wait for him to mill me first and then shuffle my library though. Even though, well, it doesn't matter for his dude becoming a 5/5, it does still matter for shuffling my library. Alright, Moroi is... well, there's a case where Moroi is just a little bit too weak. What can I get back? Nemesis of Reason. That's not too amazing. And I want him to play creatures because then I can Baron Spite. So I will play this Moroi. Of course now he can just sit back and let me take the damage each turn. That wouldn't be fun. He's got 5 cards in hand, so there's not much point in discarding him a card. And there's not much point in me drawing more cards because I'm already doing that off Howling Mine and don't want to draw too many cards. It is mill I'm playing against, so... He's going to bounce that. There's no real need for it. I would say let me take the 1 damage, I guess. But now I do get to Baron Spite him, which I'm glad of. So, of course, he just kills this thing and picks up the Phantasm. But I do get in for 4 damage, and that 4 damage may make a difference later. Of course, I could have also guyed up and waited with the Baron Spite, but he was tapped out now. So I kind of wanted to do it now. I don't know, maybe If you wait, then suddenly you can attack for a lot more damage and yada yada. But Nemesis of Reason, I'm guessing. Yep. Oh, that looks so weird. As a foil. Yeah, it is foiled in it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Is my Nemesis of Reason foil? I don't know. I've turned off foils. So, Grimgrin's going down, I think. Because I just want him on the board. But Nemesis of Reason obviously is going to be huge for him if he can attack multiple times with that. Then he can easily mill me. So he's better in his deck than it is in my deck. It's kind of annoying. But that's not a reason not to use Nemesis of Reason. In previous game you've seen how I won a game with Nemesis of Reason, and I never considered bribery to be a good reason to not run creatures. Especially not if they're good and you need them. And like this deck doesn't have the luxury of not running good creatures. We'll double block here, I guess, or yeah, we'll double block. I can play 2 creatures in one turn next turn, so this way I get rid of this thing and that thing. Of course, now he can bounce Grimgrin. Oh shit, that annoys me. That is really bad for me. Not the fact that he just kills my 2/2 now. I don't really care about that, but him bouncing Grimgrin means I'm just so much slower now. I'm just way behind, and he's going to mill me for 10 again. And yeah, I mean, that's just... I'm gonna be dead before I can do stuff, basically. There's not a whole lot of good stuff I can play here, other than to just try again with Grimgrin. That's the only option I have, really. So we'll do that. And I haven't had a good turn to soul manipulate him either, which that's the problem. Is I want a guy up, and yeah. If soul manipulation was a regular counterspell that countered anything, including creature spells, I wouldn't just guy up there that easily. But alright, with the Howling Mine and me drawing, there's no need to bring this. He mills 10, I have 1 card in my library. Since there's a Howling Mine on the board, that's not enough to make me live the turn, as I draw 2 cards. So, quick loss to mill. Yeah, it's sad, but I mean, that just happens. That just happens. Let's find a different opponent and get you guys an extra game. And we're back, yet again. I've got 3 2-drops, so this is not that terrible, really. But I don't like starting with only 2 hands, but he is on the play. I think I can make an exception here. And for this deck, I mean, I don't get a lot of really great hands anyway, so I can see myself just mulliganing, like 3 times and taking a hand kind of similar to this, but with 3 less cards in him. Down the road, so yeah, lost to mill. That's another reason that this deck struggles a little bit, is because of course everybody's playing the mill deck. There already were on PC, but with the introduction of the 5-color deck, everybody's playing it even more. So yeah, I don't know. Looking at the 2 mountains over there, I think I want to play a 2/2 without an ability first, because I'd rather him burn that than the Guild Mage. Currently I don't have 2 swamps for Royal Assassin. I also don't really see Royal Assassin doing that much in this game, other than just get burned as soon as I play it, but who knows. So I'll probably wait to play it until... Alright, there's my second swamp. And there's another Walking Corpse. So I'm making him waste in parentheses, I guess, his burn spells on vanilla 2/2s. Alright, Flame Break, yep. Go get a swamp. And I think, yeah, I got 5 mana now, so this guy is going to absolutely wreck burn. It is absolutely horrendous how good that guy is against his deck. Because there aren't a lot of burn spells that can deal 7 damage, and this is just going to mill him constantly. Turn after turn after turn. So, I'm really happy to have that guy against burn. So see, here's another reason to use your Nemesis of Reason. And what? Oh my... That was... Yeah, another... Yeah. Yep, okay. Illogical. Nemesis of Reason time. Gas Lord of Fugue is also pretty good, but this guy is going to win me this game. Although I guess I could have played the Gas Lord of Fugue to draw out a little bit more burn, but the longer it takes for him, the more land he's going to have, and that also makes it more reasonable that he's going to be able to kill the Nemesis of Reason, or drop like an Inferno Titan before I get to mill him too much, and then I could be in trouble. So I don't know. I want to drop him as soon as possible, I guess. Flames of the yeah. So he's just going for my face now. I mean that, of course, that is always possible. The fact that he thought about it for a while does mean he might not have what he needs to finish me. But I need 4 turns at least to mill him. So I think he does have a better board position at the moment. Or, well, he doesn't have a board position at all, but you know what I'm saying. Yes, Lord of Fugue should help. I'm at the moment I'm closer to killing him from combat damage than I am from killing him by milling him. But even then, it's still good to have a 7 toughness creature, you know. This does make him have to decide whether he wants to kill my Gas Lord or me. Alright, well, if he has a Flame Slash, then I guess not. Oh, is there... Alright, so he kills that. But then I have this thing. And he's tapped out, and I can just exile whatever I need to exile from his hand. Alright, well, that means he's gonna be top decking, but a top decking burn player, when you have 7 life, is still dangerous. And if he has 2 big burn spells that are dangerous to me, then, you know, I may not be safe anyway. Oh, well, I'll play that before I attack, and I have the Agony Warp open. Because now I have him on a 2-turn clock, rather than a 1-turn clock. Rather than a 3-turn clock. So let's see what those 2 cards are, and hopefully they're not both good. Furnace of Wrath. He only has 4 lands. So I think I'm safe letting him keep that. There's no way he's going to be able to play that and something else this turn. So. Yep, Rain of Embers, that is not enough. And I know the other card, so GG. Well, that was pretty close. Close game. Oh well, I did win it, and he had some less than ideal cards like Rain of Embers and Furnace of Wrath. I know a lot of people are suddenly happy about Rain of Embers. I don't know. I personally don't like the card, but I mean, it can be decent when you also drop the Elemental, the Fire Servant. I mean, not the Elemental, the Servant. Then it's suddenly 2 damage to everything, then it becomes decent for 1 mana, but or 2 mana. What is it? Yeah, 2 mana. But it's just not a card that always does something, and I like to avoid cards like that. And Furnace of Wrath, I had it in my deck for a while, but then I realized that Fire Servant is just way better. And the reason it was okay in my deck was because people weren't playing the best decks yet. Like, people weren't playing the most powerful stuff, and that's why Furnace of Wrath was working for me. Because they usually didn't have a good answer to it, or didn't have the damage that usually is a reason to not play that card. Well, anyway, you get what I'm saying. So we lost to Nemesis of Reason, and a win with, well, Not just with Nemesis Origin, but also with Gas Lord of Fugue. Excuse me. My name's been Nemo. My name will still be Nemo next time, and we're going to probably look at the next deck. There's only one left. It's gonna be interesting. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.